future is here. You now have the power to unlock the secrets of the hobby. An innovation that will change the way the industry works. The game changer is here. Card Ladder.
Welcome to Kristina's Corner. Today I'm here with Warren Laufer. Warren is the founder of WJL Sports and an avid Project 2020 supporter and collector. We're going to talk about his new exclusive project that features Project 2020 cards and one of the players featured in the iconic set. That's all the teaser I'm going to give you, though, so stay tuned for more. Warren, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So let's talk cards. Who and or what do you collect?
Yeah, so I grew up in Orange County. I was a big Angels fan, so I mostly collect Angels, and lately, over the last 10 years, been a big Mike Trout collector. My dad grew up in LA, so we grew up kind of collecting Sandy Koufax and Don Drysdale together, which was his favorite two players growing up. And so my favorite baseball cards are Sandy Koufax cards, specifically the 1964 Topps Sandy Koufax card, which was my dad's favorite growing up. And my favorite card is the 2011 Topps Update Mike Trout rookie card that features him in his MLB debut that I actually was at the game with my dad.
Oh, that's awesome. That's such a great connection to the card itself. And then collecting with your dad, I'm sure it makes the hobby more special.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So when did you start collecting?
I've kind of been collecting most of my life, kind of as long as I can remember in one way or the other. My preschool teacher's son was a baseball player named Bobby Hamlin, or RJ Hamlin. And he was the rookie of the year. I think the year I was born, for the Kansas City Royals. And he came into my preschool class on my 5th birthday and brought me an autographed baseball. And that was kind of the beginning for me. And I've been collecting ever since. He actually has he's notorious for having what some people call the worst baseball card of all time. I think it's the 1995 or 1996 Pinnacle. And it's a card where he's holding his name on a piece of paper for the photographer so that they knew who he was when they went to make the card, and somehow that made it into the card. So that was kind of the beginning for me, and I never really looked back.
I'm going to totally look that card up after this interview because that sounds so horrible, but so funny that it's a joke, but it's it's an actual card.
It's really bad.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Okay. I'm just picturing this white piece of paper, or even worse, a half ripped paper, and he's holding it up with his name on it. Okay. So, how many Project 2020 cards have you purchased?
Oh gosh. I don't know, which is probably not a good answer, but, definitely, probably close to 1,000 at this point. Okay. I think by the kind of the peak in late May, I was probably at 150. And I think as everyone else kind of stopped and the price is off a cliff, I was kind of just getting started. In June and July, I've kind of been picking up, ordering more and more, but definitely focused more on certain.
Yeah, well, they're definitely starting to come back now. We saw that peak, and then it kind of went back down, and slowly, I've been following the trends, and I see them starting to gain again, at least some, obviously. I don't think there's any hope for the Shore Griffey, but
yeah, I haven't opened those yet. They're actually sitting in a box over here, and I just can't bring myself to opening those up yet.
You might have the one of one.
I might, but it's kind of like a situation where I'm maybe just going to keep it there.
Yeah, I understand. I think that a lot of people are. And then like I think that one of one might actually be worth a lot of money. That's my prediction. There's no like basis for this prediction, but the only thing is like it's such an iconic card now in the hobby as like its own meme because so many people got into Project 20 on that card that like it sent the hobby on a tailspin and everyone like knows it. It's such an iconic card in such an amazing set. It's like surpassed and become legendary now that if you had the one of one, I think that card would be worth a lot of money because the hobby itself is like in on the joke of like how many people felt like they failed Project 2020 by buying 100 copies of that card. So I don't know. I say that, but at the same time, like I know nothing about baseball, and Project 2020 is my first foray into baseball, so it could very well not be true. Yeah. Okay, let's talk Project 2020 and your very exclusive, very exciting project that you rolled out with all of the artists and one of the players of Project 2020 that featured in Project 2020. So do you want to take it away and break that teaser now and explain what all you're doing with this awesome project?
Sure. Yeah. So we launched our first sales on June 28th. And what we're doing is we're calling the Player Autograph Edition. And the Player Autograph Edition features one player in particular, which is Mike Trout. And so I have an agreement with Major League Alumni Marketing, which is the company that has Mike Trout's exclusive autograph deal. So I have an exclusive contract with them to produce a limited edition of Mike Trout signed Project 2020 cards, which is really exciting. It's a little bit outside of what Topps has announced with the Mike Trout signed cards that are coming as replacements for the cards ordered from Project 2020. There's still going to be those 10 cards from, I think it's the Jameson card onward. So the last 15 Trout cards produced in the set. But we're doing all 20 cards, limited edition. And so far we've sold out of the first card, which is the Ermsey #4 card. And we've had the Andrew Thiel card on sale for a little over a week now. And we're getting close to being sold out on that one too. But we're going to be working over the next number of months through that whole set as they come out and as we get them in hand. And yeah, we're going to have Mike Trout signed cards, and we're really excited about that.
Yeah, and that's super cool. I know you have a couple with you, so maybe you could show us what those cards look like and run through the number scheme of the different, because there are different parallels. And like the artist autograph series that the different artists are doing for Project 2020, they're color associated with numbered, so they're color parallels of the autograph.
Yeah, so we did something really cool on this first card where we actually partnered with Ermsey, who's the artist. And so not only do we have a colored edition of the Mike Trout autographs, but we also have a colored edition of a dual signed card with both Ermsey and Mike Trout. So this is what that looks like, if I can kind of get it up there, but really excited about how that turned out. So you can see up on top that's signed by Ermsey, who's the artist. So we got these sent in from Paris where he lives. And then down in the middle, that's signed by Trout.
Yeah. I really like the autograph on the card. I really like the autograph on the card, especially the Ermsey, because the Ermsey has such amazing loop and motion in the card design itself that the autograph kind of blends in so that it looks like the card was designed for the purpose of being autographed, like across the middle. So it really ties into it doesn't look like just like a stamp autograph on top of a card. Like it looks like it like ties together. So I really like the flow and the visual aspects of this card.
Yeah, it's really cool. And Urmsy actually picked out the color for this one, kind of on accident, but just being that he was, on the other side of the world, and we needed him to send the cards to us for Trout to sign. He picked out the color, and it's actually the color we've been going with for the next card too, the Andrew Thiel card. But yeah, he did a great job signing that, leaving a lot of space for Trout, which was awesome. And then numbered on the back out of 5. And then up here is actually the hologram that goes into the MLB database and can be searched up there to verify the authenticity of the autograph. And then this one, which I think is really cool, is a pink parallel of that same thing. So this is actually a 1-of-1, and this was never put on sale. So this is going straight back to Urmsy. So I'm sending this out to Paris this week. And this is kind of part of the agreement we've had with artists, is as part of the agreement to do a dual signed autograph with them, we're supplying a dual signed special 1-of-1 in a different color back to the artist, which has been really neat because a lot of these artists want to have, the best player in baseball sign their artwork, and this is a way to get that. And so really excited to send that one back to him.
Yeah. That's also a beautiful card. I'm sad that the pink is for the artist only, because pink cards are kind of my jam, but that's okay. They like brought me happiness with their artwork. Like I can let them have the pink card. That's fine.
Yeah. So these are probably what I think is maybe the coolest out of all of them, but these are, I don't know if you can see these, but they're all signed in black. Oops, I'm gotta figure out the camera, but they're all signed in black. And if you look closely, you can kind of see that silver border. So these are the Topps APs. You can see this one's number 14 out of 20. This one's number 9 out of 20. And this one's numbered 2 out of 20. And so these are the APs. We did 3 of them. So there will only be 3 of these done. And I just thought those are really cool. The APs are really rare themselves. There's only 20 for each card. And so to have 3 of them signed is just really, really cool. And was really excited to get those done as well. And then this is the other 1-of-1 besides the pink one. So this is the only 1-of-1 that was ever available, signed in gold. And it really looks nice in person. And you can see the numbering on the back and the hologram as well. So this one was really cool. The buyer, I think, is going to be really excited when that comes in the mail this week. And then this is kind of what that 27 comes. So this was the most common, if you could call it that, at 27. These are a little bit more limited than most of what the artists are doing, just because it's a little bit harder and to justify getting Trout to sign this many of them. And also, keeping it rare, we want to make sure that if people are putting a lot of money into these, that we can try to help them hold value. So really excited about this one. I think the red really looks good. It's an Angels color, and these are numbered out of 27. So I thought everything just really came out well, and just really excited to get these first ones in hand. Just looking forward to getting them out to people in hand this week.
Yeah, they look gorgeous. So if someone's interested in purchasing, like obviously the Urmsy Trout sold out, like they've missed their shot on that card, but purchasing the other 19, where can they go to look into it?
Yeah, so well, you can go on eBay to find the Urmsy ones. There's actually one of these reds right now. Somebody listed on eBay last night, and one of the green dual autos sold on eBay yesterday for almost twice what the retail was. So you can still find the Urmsies. You just might have to pay a little bit more than it would have been a couple weeks ago. And
wait, you're cutting out a little bit.
And they can not all.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can't hear you. Okay, I can hear you now. I'm sorry. So you cut out a little bit, so we missed some of that. But Like most things in the hobby, the secondary market is strong, and there will be another shot for you to get the cards you missed, like every time a card goes up for sale. So definitely check eBay, but if they want to get it directly from you so they know the price and they don't have to deal with the markup, where can they go?
Yeah, so my website is wjlsports.com, and we did just sell out of the Andrew Thiel dual autographs today. So those are no longer available, but we have a couple of the other editions from the Andrew Thiel card still available. And we're going to be releasing our next card this Friday, which is the Fucci card. We're going to be skipping over the Ben Baller card just because we're doing something kind of extra special with that one, and it's taking a little bit longer to kind of get ready. But we're going to go ahead with the Fucci card this Friday, and so there'll be a whole new card available. And if anyone misses out on the Andrew Thiel, they can have a shot at the Fucci as well.
Sweet. Yeah, so make sure you guys go to wjlsports.com and check out everything Warren's offering and all the cards, and make sure you're paying attention if there's a card you specifically want of Trout's a certain artist. Make sure you're marking your calendars and keeping up to date with everything that Warren is doing. I know you have an Instagram for yourself. Is that connected to the company as well? So you're posting updates?
Yeah. So you can follow my Instagram. It's Calligraphs, CALIGRAPHS, calligraphy with a Y with an S instead of a Y. And so, yeah, I post updates, and we post kind of the mock-up and the marketing videos there before each drop. So the Fucci drop video will be there probably by midweek this week. And I also put a pre-sale password up on social media 5 minutes before sale. So if you follow me on Instagram, you can get in a little bit early and hopefully have your best shot at some of these drops, which are the rare ones that tend to go pretty fast.
Yeah, which is awesome because I love that you're combating bots like preemptively. That's been such a problem with everything, including Project 2020 and the artist prints, the 20 out of 20 cards that are released every day, that they're gone before they even go up because bots are just immediate. So I love that you're combating that with password protected site for 5 minutes. It's such a innovative way to help collectors. So that's really cool.
Yeah, if we can get them sold in the first 5 minutes, even better.
Yeah, exactly. So what inspired you to reach out and work with the MLBPA? No, the ML. I'm sorry.
MLA.
Okay, yeah, I'm horrible with acronyms.
Yeah, it's a similar acronym. It's MLAM. Even I'm struggling with it, which is Major League Alumni Marketing,
Okay.
and they're a really great professional organization. They've been working. They do a lot of different baseball players and even some other athlete signings as well. But they've had the exclusive autograph deal with Trout for his whole career, basically going back at least to 2012, which is when I started kind of working with them on Trout signings. So it's actually been something I've been doing with them for quite a while. And, Trout has continued to be a superstar and continued to be highly collectible, not only in cards, but in memorabilia. And we're always looking kind of both MLAM and me as, curating collections for some of my customers for what's the next big thing and what's the next unique thing that is not only fun to collect, but also a good investment over time, because a lot of people are now starting to see sports cards and sports memorabilia as an investment vehicle. And so and I have been talking about for a little while now, and just with the collectability of the Project 2020 cards, we got really excited, and we started working on this back in, I think, early May, late April, and it just took a couple months to kind of come to fruition and be ready to release. But it's just, we think that the long-term value here is going to be really strong, and we wanted to kind of bring that to people and have people get away as, getting the autograph of the best player in baseball on this really unique and really cool set.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. It is a unique set, and adding a player autograph adds so much to it, because if you collect Trout, like, this is a card that Trout has held and signed specifically for the purpose of you having his autograph on these small pieces of artwork. So it's not only an amazing card, but it's a piece of art, and it's a discussion piece, like not a coffee table piece, but like a shoebox piece.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get coffee around these things.
No, not at all. Yeah, you want to like put it behind a glass case or like in a dark shoebox somewhere. Like all good art is kept, because I don't know about you, but I keep all my art, which is cards, in a shoebox and keep it dark so that no colors fade or sunlight damage gets to it. All right, so we have a lot to look forward to. One card is down and 19 to go. I'm very excited about everything you're doing in the hobby, and I'll definitely be tracking this project and waiting for my favorite Trout to come up so that I can snag at least one of his autographs. Because I think that would be.
What's your favorite Trout? Do you know yet?
I don't know yet. I have to see them all. I can't pick a favorite. He hasn't even had them all come out yet.
I know. A lot of people have been telling me what their favorites are already. I know the Sophia Chang card just came out and people love that. So I think that's going to be a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah.
We're actually working with Sophia on something really cool too. We're going to be releasing autographed baseballs by Trout, signed in paint pen to match her card. And Sophia is going to be decorating those baseballs kind of similar to her card. That's going to be released with our card. And so I know a lot of people are looking forward to her card, but that's a kind of a teaser for what's to come too. We're going to be doing some cool stuff with some of the artists, I think.
Oh, wow. I can't wait for that. That might be my favorite. Don't tell the other artists. I haven't decided yet. I've been buying, like you, too many Project 2020 cards to keep track of. Like, I started with like a list where I was like monitoring which ones I was buying via like a Excel spreadsheet. And since then, I've completely abandoned that, because I was also calculating how much money I was spending. And I was like, I can't keep tracking this. Like, like, this number's getting out of control. I can't keep tracking it. We're just going to keep spending money, and I'll track it at the end. But yeah, so it's been a fun ride, and Project 2020, perhaps the answer is obvious, but I like to ask people involved with this project or liking this project, what do you think it was about Project 2020 that made it skyrocket? Was it the art itself, the artists they chose, the individual artists they chose with their followings? Was it like world events and pandemic, or like was the hobby just thirsty for sport card art?
I don't know if it was sport card art, and I know the artists might not be excited to hear me say that, but I think that I just think the sports world is, these players have become such superstars and idols to so many people at this point, and I think the autographs and things like that are really expensive, and this is just it wasn't quite crazy in the beginning, and it was an attainable piece. And I've seen so many people are collecting this with their kids, or collecting this with their parents, or their partners, and I think there's just something to keep everyone really excited right now. And we're missing sports, we're missing normalcy and everything else that's going on, and I think we were hungry for something. And
yeah, and Project 2020. Yep.
Yeah, I think just a perfect storm of things that people wanted to look forward to.
Yeah, I agree. awesome, excellent points made by you about like a perfect storm. It really was. Well, thank you so much, Warren. I think you've teased us enough with what's coming up next. I'm sure everyone's dying or currently already on your website looking up everything. Thanks for coming on today. Do you have any questions for me or anything you want to let people know about you or the project that we didn't cover?
No, I think just, let's stick with it. I think this is going to be a really cool project. I know people have started to get fatigued, and I know that it's tough, but I think if in years to come that we can talk about.
Yeah, I think that's true. Like people are starting to get, I've heard people saying that they're starting to get a little tired or bored with Project 2020. I'm not sure how that's possible when like it's different artists and who are doing the cards, but maybe it's the length of time that they're covering. Like March through December is a very long time. And unfortunately, we live in a society where attention spans are not that long anymore. So that might add to it. But I think that projects like yours and the artist signature series that the different artists are doing, that's reinvigorating Project 2020. So thanks for everything that you're doing. And I look forward to picking up a couple as they come out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate you and you joining me tonight. So have a great week and I'll see you guys next week.